This episode of Women of More is brought to you by the residents of Harlem Flats. The residents of Harlem Flats is the perfect location for those who are seeking the finer things in life. Welcome to Women of More. I am Michelle Washington, and I have the opportunity to interview and to have a conversation with none other than ASHLI RICE. Welcome.
Hello, thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Well, actually, first of all, people don't realize that our families have been connected forever. And I'm
Years
going
and
to tell
years.
a funny story real quick. We was at the tea, the Women of the Year tea.
Yes.
And you said, are we family? Because you realized that we were connected to the same type of people.
Right, so deeply. It was so many different levels of people. And I was like, wait a minute, what? I had to make sure.
Yeah. Your uncle, Pastor Thompson, well, Elijah Thompson, was my pastor. Dr. Elijah Thompson.
Junior.
Don't forget that.
Yes, my great-grandfather was the senior.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we are connected.
Yes.
ASHLI, you have been around for a long time. A long time. And now it's your time. It's your time. Tell us about your new CD that's coming out when? March the
2nd. Yeah, next week.
Woman. Now, you know I'm super duper excited about that. And let me point this out too. I just saw your video and it's amazing.
Thank you. Thank
Amazing.
you.
The backdrops, the women and
humbled
everything.
by it.
It was
Thank you
just
so much.
missing one. The one person would be me.
Oh, okay.
And this
All right.
is actually, I promise you, this is the last time I'm gonna say it, I think, but it was missing one woman.
Yeah, you know what? You're
Can
so
you make
right.
it up the next time you have a video?
You know what? I will definitely make it up the next time. I
Okay.
totally missed the ball on that one. What? How can I not have the editor-in-chief of Women
I
of More
don't know.
magazine
I don't know.
in a song called Woman? I mean, it's a women's anthem.
That was a big miss.
I'm trying to tell you,
a big miss. But anyway, it's an amazing
I'm going to make
song.
sure we make up for that.
Cool.
So that's why we're here today.
Yes. Tell us about, let the people know who is ASHLI.
Well, I am inspirational and soul singer. Like you said, I've been around for a long time singing since I was 3 years old. Started off in the church. Dr. Elijah Thompson was the brother of my grandfather, and they actually went into ministry together at Goodwill Baptist Church in Germantown area of Philadelphia. And but my grandfather, from age 3, when he was pastoring, put me out in front of his congregation, even out in Camden, New Jersey, and I guess noticed the talent within me and really just began to foster it. And from there, I just started doing different competitions, and my family would take me around. I had a little karaoke machine that my grandma used to bought for me, and I would go with my little karaoke machine with my little microphone, and I'd be singing at different churches. I actually did my first concert at age 6. And
A concert?
I did
at
a
6?
concert, yes, at 6. And did like 5 or 6 songs. I remember I was wearing like a little red and white suit. Yes. And so it was a really exciting time, and music has always been an integral part of my life and a part of my family's thread as well. So, and I just kind of just really fostered, and then of course going to school for music and then just performing. And I've had a lot of great opportunities to go all around the world and just being able to share my gifts and ministry and just in music in general, and doing different things, not just gospel, but musical theater, and jazz and classical music. And I remember doing, when I was in college, doing something at the Academy of Music in Philadelphia. Did my first opera, part of the ensemble, but I got a chance to be a part of a major production. And then that transferred to me doing a tour in Asia. I actually got a chance to live in China for a number of months doing an off-Broadway tour.
Very good.
Yes, and so I kind of backed away a little bit from musical theater, and I said I wanted to be able to get my own music out, and I wasn't going to stop until my own project. I got a chance to be featured on other people's work, but it was always a dream of mine to be able to convey the message that I have, because I feel like the kind of music that I want to present to the world slightly different, because I want to unveil the different layers of me, my faith. But within that, there's also love, and there's also some, strength, and there's that encouragement, and there's that woman aspect of me that I just wanted to be able to convey with everyone. And so it's a compilation. And so from that, where finally the dream is coming to fruition.
Absolutely. Now, Ashley, I know you have some women that are in history in regards to music that inspired you.
Oh, yeah.
Could you name a couple of those?
So I am a huge fan of the late great Whitney Houston. I remember listening to her music as a young girl and really fostering and honing my voice around her voice and her tone and her ability to be able to do all these different riffs and runs, and I just thought she was just so amazing. And The Bodyguard is, of course, my favorite movie of all time. And but I just, from there, I love, gospel music, as I was mentioning. So people like Yolanda and Cece, but then I love jazz. So I love Sarah Vaughan and Billie Holiday. And, you got the great soul singers like Aretha, and, and then some of the newer singers like Adele that just really speak to the type of sound that I just love to hear. So those are some of the inspirations that I have when it comes to music.
Now, Ashley, for Women's History, we always make mention to the women that went on before us.
Right.
Like you was just naming a couple. Do you realize that people are always going to remember ASHLI RICE?
Ooh, really? Wow.
I'm going to say it again because it kind of sounded really nice when I said
It did. It sounded really nice.
People will always remember ASHLI RICE. And the only way that they're going to remember you is because you went out doing what you were purposed to do.
Yes.
You being finally obedient to this project.
That's right.
Finally going outside of your box.
Right.
What would you say to the women that are contemplating? They are still thinking and dreaming and journaling about what they want to do, but they don't have that push, or they're still afraid to do it. What would you say to them?
Well, first I would let them know that I've been there, So there's someone that's just like you, that my favorite word is actually dream. It's my favorite word. And I say that to say that it's never too late to dream, and your dreams are not impossible.
Right.
And if you have faith, I believe that God has birthed purpose in each and every one of us to be able to birth your purpose into fruition and be able to leave your mark on the world. And if you begin to know that I have that particular purpose that the world needs to be able to hear, God has really commanded me, purposed me to be able to do this, then keep pushing forward, keep dreaming, and make sure that you do what you were just called to do. Don't let anybody stop you. Don't even let yourself stop you. Because when we get in our own way.
Absolutely. I was going to say that. We definitely do get in our own way. Was it easy for you to release this project?
It's been a long time
Let me rephrase
coming.
that. Was it easy for you to finally start this project?
I think that everything happens for a reason and in God's timing. Definitely. So it was definitely not easy. I had to go through a lot of things in my own life. I'm a young woman, but I've had a lot of different life experiences that has brought me to this moment to be able to write a song like Woman. You had to go through a few things, to be able to capture an anthem that embodies this particular message, this movement, this call to action, this song of strength. So no, it really wasn't easy, because all of my life circumstances brought me to this particular point in my life. But all I can say is I count it all joy, and I'm so excited to just say thanks be to God that He's brought me here.
Absolutely.
And to be able to use the gifts that He's given me first and foremost, because I know it's not of my own, and the power and the strength that I have within my voice to be able to give that power and that strength to other women.
So Ashley,
and other people.
First of all, your voice it's really incredible. And sometimes we use these words like in a carefree way, but your voice is amazing. When you were
Thank you.
singing at one of your cousin's birthday parties, I thought it was Jill Scott on the CD. I was like, okay. And then I looked around. I said, Ashley is singing this?
Oh, wow. Oh, that's such a huge compliment because that was one of the other women that I should have definitely mentioned, Jill Scott. Oh, I love her. I love her artistry. I love her tone. Yes, so that's a huge compliment.
But Ashley, I know that you're from, I would actually call you a PK, preacher's kid, pretty much. You've been in church forever, all your life, right? Not that this song is risque, not that it doesn't bring people to a place of hope and faith and all of that.
Right.
But was it hard for you to not make it a Jesus song per se?
That's a great question because a lot of people, because of where I started, my roots, my family's roots in gospel music, would probably think that when they think of ASHLI RICE, oh, she's going to be doing a gospel album, you know? And I wanted to, like I was saying, capture something that was the embodiment of me in totality.
Yeah.
And so I didn't necessarily want to, what I would personally say, limit myself from being able to convey all of me. So that's why I believe that this particular song and this particular project is being able to capture still my faith. You know, it's still allowing people to be able to see that I'm a woman of God, but it's just taking that particular message of encouragement just to a greater massive audience.
And you're not just trying to reach Christians.
Right.
You're trying to reach the world.
I am.
And I believe if we as believers, as Christians, get that in our mind, that I'm not just trying to just encourage a certain category of people,
right,
but God told us to go into the world and to declare his goodness, declare the works of God. Yes. So your album and your single is just going to be amazing. And let me ask you this: why the title Woman?
So I wanted to. So it's a very interesting story. We were trying to get, you know, the project together. You know, my team. I have a great team, and we're talking about what are we going to do to kind of move past where we were, which was, you know, doing a lot of engagements and, you know, building my name as far as within the Philadelphia and Chester, PA community, and Virginia. I can't forget some of my Virginia family out there as well. I'm sure that they're probably tuning in and will be able to watch this. But we were just discussing the fact that we were, you know, trying to get this particular project. What are we going to do? And, you know, my manager said we need to get a women's anthem. We need to be able to, something that's going to motivate and move, especially with the climate of the times of today. Women are really coming to the forefront. And in a society where women have been silenced. And so we wanted to be able to really look into and dive into a song that would be explosive when it comes to that dynamic. And so I began to, you know, she commissioned me and said, this is what you got to do. And I was like, I don't know. I'm trying to get it, you know, pull it out of me. And, you know, eventually, you know, I prayed. I said, you know, I asked God to give me the words. You know, I want to be this writer. You know, the songs are written by me.
And you wrote this song?
I did.
Wow.
By myself, 100%. Great producer on the track, Rick Williams. But I wrote this song. This single, and then there's another follow-up that's on this particular project that'll be coming out, which is also written by me, called Brown Eyes. It's a self-love song. And
is it Pretty Brown Eyes?
It's just Brown Eyes.
Oh.
Yeah, taking it back. I had to cut off the pretty. It does have pretty in there,
okay,
but I had to cut it off because I know that there's a title track,
okay.
Pretty Brown.
I thought you was just going to reenact it.
Oh, you was about to sing it for us?
No. No, I wasn't. Not with you.
No, no. It's all right. It's all right. I'll join you. Okay. But yeah, so we got the song together, and we wanted to be able to have this call to action for women and be able to really speak to all the things that women that we really go through and just give some sort of motivation and encouragement and let you know that you have this strong voice. You know, I'm Every Woman came out, you know, some years ago. We need to have another anthem that's going to just embody all of that. And so when we came up with it, you're like, what are we going to call this? You know, what are we going to say? And I really use it as my dedication to awesome women like yourself. And we call it Woman.
Excellent. I have one question for you that I know the answer, but I want you to speak to it.
Okay.
Your voice is important for all of, you know, what we know. Your voice is important. Have you ever lost your voice? Not your voice, but have you ever lost your voice in your journey?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Definitely been through many trials and tribulations in my life, and you get very discouraged. Thinking even with the music, thinking, is it ever going to be my time, or is it ever really even going to ever happen? You know, for me. And that's why when you that point about the women, the comment you made earlier, the question you had earlier, was so important, because I have been there where I felt like I was still just the person out there with a dream, but didn't ever think that the dream was going to ever come to fruition. And so what I would say to that is that I just continue to have that faith and really being honest and laying before God. You know, it really all comes back to my faith and love and all of that, and how I was able to regain the voice that He gave me. And, you know, literally crying before Him, being extremely vulnerable and exposed and transparent. And once I feel like once you have those moments where you get to that particular level, especially with Him, there's nothing that you can't do.
Absolutely. And you know, Ashley, I think you are that woman to give us a new anthem. I really believe that. I believe that because your heart is pure towards God. Secondly, you are kind. And I do believe that you are for women out there, and you are a supporter to the community. I know you are, because I see you. So you are that person that have given us a new song, and I can't wait for people to really hear it. How we are strong, even in our weakness, Ashley.
Oh, yes.
We are strong. Where can people find your latest album?
So you can be able to go to my website. I spell my name a little differently. So I know that ASHLI, ASHLEY, but I'm Ashley with an I. I make sure I always preface that with people. So if you're hearing this, make sure you go to ASHLI, ASHLI, ricemusic.com, and you can be able to purchase, but it's going to be on all digital outlets everywhere on March the 2nd.
Excellent.
So it'll be on iTunes, it'll be on Apple Music, it'll be on Spotify, it'll be on Amazon, it'll be everywhere on March the 2nd. So you can be able to stream on all of your favorite streaming sites as well. So definitely just go there and be able to check it out and share it with your friends, because I really feel like it's going to be able to encourage a lot of people. And I just know it's just going to be that song for, especially with all the women that are just coming into political offices and taking the different stances in the community and in the world. It's going to be that song. It's going to be that song for you.
It is that song for me. As soon as you release it, March the 2nd, I'm going to blast it. I'm going to put it behind different videos and stuff, because it's such a powerful song. Even when people are working out, they could definitely listen to the song.
Definitely.
Ashley, I appreciate you so much for making time for me.
Thank you.
I appreciate you for allowing me to speak into your life, because as I speak into your life, you speak into my life. I appreciate you so much. And thank you for being the woman that is giving us the charge to be woman. I just made a post. I think you saw the post. I said, God created us as woman first.
First, yes.
First.
I saw that.
First. We are woman. Now, women is the proper, but in regards to your album, God created woman first. And sometimes we don't master that part first. We want to jump into marriage. We want to jump into degrees and stuff, and all those things are great. But if we can't become a woman and master that first, then we're really missing the beauty of who we are. Ashley, what would you say to the people that are watching us now? How would you want people to remember you by?
Well, first, thank you. I'm always inspired by you and the wonderful things that I feel like you are doing for women and just the community. So I'm honored to be able to even be sitting with you, Michelle, and how you've spoken into my life. And so I just want to make sure that I let you know that, how much I love and appreciate you. What I would want to say to people about me is it goes back to a hymn, may the work I've done speak for me. And I believe this has been a journey, and the journey is continuing. We're going to another new chapter, a larger and greater chapter. But obviously wanting to be known as a woman of faith, someone that wants to inspire and encourage, someone who wants to share love, someone who believes in dreaming and possibilities and opportunities for all people out there, you know, regardless of where you come from, regardless of your economic background, that you too can be able to have your moment. And I just want you to know that it is possible. It is possible.
It really is, Ashley.
So that's what I just want people to know.
Of you, Ashley.
Thank you.
I'm so proud of you. I'm so glad you are out there now, because once this is released, you have no idea, because there's more to you, Ashley. There's more to you. Hey, thank you so much for joining Women of More. I've learned today that no matter what, no matter when, it takes God's timing, and for you being ready for when that time it comes, for you to step out. Thank you so much for joining us. Take care.